Getting rid of a lot of cards with this, but Earthen Vessel, Booster, Artazon. I'm gonna go with Sada's Vitality. What's up, everyone? It's Tim from TimPlaysAGame here with Pokemon TCG Live, playing on playing on PC. I wish I could get it on the Switch. Tonight we're taking a look at one of my favorite decks, Roaring Moon, Baby Roaring Moon, Lost Box, Ancient Box. There we go. Too many boxes, not enough tools. Roaring Moon, Ancient Box, one of my favorite decks. Vengeance Fletching, doing 70 damage, and does 10 more for each Ancient card in your discard pile. Great move, especially when you load up your deck with a bunch of Ancient cards. But the small difference this time, we did get a new card in Twilight Masquerade, Secret Box. You can use this card only if you discard 3 cards from your hand. Most decks, this would be a problem, discarding 3 cards, but in an Ancient Box deck, this actually works out. Discarding the 3 cards could be very beneficial. You search your deck for an item card, a Pokemon tool, a supporter card, and a stadium card. Reveal them, put them into your hand. Now, this is basically, you're giving up this card and 3 other cards to get 4 other cards. So it's 4 for 4, that's 0. It's not really a gain in any kind. But that's okay because it can be. Generally, I'll grab either a PokéStop or Artazon, depending on the situation. If I need to change out stadiums, that's good. I can always grab my boss order or my penny. If I absolutely need Explorer's Guidance or Professor Sada's Vitality, I can grab that. Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, I got 4 of those. So that's probably the one. Yeah, it's gonna be the Ancient. The tool I grab with that. And the item card could be anything: Dark Patch, Counter Catcher, Dark Patch, Earthen Vessel, Nest Ball, Pal Pad, Pokégear, Super Rod, Superior Energy Retrieval, Ultra Ball, they all work, depending on the situation. So this card, this Secret Box card, even though I can only play 1, is still very good for this deck. So it can actually give me a very... I am giving up a lot of Pokemon, I am giving up a lot of cards, 3 cards, but that's okay, because with the Ancient Box deck, you're going to have some of these other Ancient Pokemon that you're not going to need in your hand, like Flutter Mane, Scream Tail, Great Tusk. They're there for certain situations, and I'll go into those in a minute, but basically discarding those with Secret Box is great. You can also discard Explorer's Guidance too. I use those 50% of the time. Sometimes I'll discard an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. That's advised against, but sometimes having the extra 60 HP and being immune to special conditions is not very helpful. So, we have the Roaring Moon, but this is our main attacker. We need support. We have support in Radiant Greninja, probably the best support for this deck, even though we can only have 1. We have 8 Dark Energy in the deck, and if we discard one of them, we get to draw 2 cards. That's one of the main draw powers for this deck, unfortunately. So the problem with Radiant Greninja, though, is I'm seeing more future decks pop up. I'm seeing them use Iron Thorns EX. We talked about that in an earlier video, where Iron Thorns EX just loves to stop any Rollbox Pokemon's abilities. The only one we have to worry about is Radiant Greninja. That's really it. We do have a way to counter that. We have Flutter Mane. I have 4 of these. If you can't start the battle with Roaring Moon, Baby Roaring Moon, the basic one, start it with Flutter Mane and have it in your active spot. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon has no abilities. This actually is one of the best negators for Iron Thorns EX. It negates Iron Thorns EX's ability. It negates, but again, this thing has to be in the active spot. And this is kind of a temporary hold until you're ready to start sweeping things with your Roaring Moons. Yeah, basically it stops Iron Thorns EX. It stops Comfey. It stops. I really should have rehearsed this. Cramorant. A lot of ability Pokemon that have to be in the active spot to use effectively. Anything in the active spot gets negated. Their abilities get negated. Only those. We have 2 of these Scream Tail. This is the Temporal Forces Scream Tail. It's an ancient Pokemon, 90 HP, not great, but it is only 1 retreat cost. And honestly, this deck actually performs really well when things get knocked out, so don't be afraid to, if it's the first turn, don't be afraid to play Scream Tail down. There is the ability to heal for 108 damage from one of your ancient Pokemon, which is good for Roaring Moon EX, but we're not going to be using it too often. This is kind of, it's nice to have it, but I can't see myself using it often. It works better than most of the things like Koraidon or Walking Wake, which people have been using, but they just use them to eventually discard. This has some versatility. So we have 2 of those. This with Great Tusk. Really, we're only going to use it for land collapse. We can't use Giant Tusk, unfortunately, which isn't, it's kind of a lot of energy. But this is good to, if you get this one early on, you can mill a little bit of your opponent's deck. Get some, I've actually gotten some pretty, some pretty vicious turn land collapses with that. I am happy about getting a Prime Catcher into their discard pile one time. But yeah, you're going to be using a lot of it. You're going to be using 8 Ancient Supporters, so it will be quite often you do use an Ancient Supporter during your turn. So we have that in there, but that's really not what we're going to be doing. Again, main attacker is Roaring Moon, and not Roaring Moon EX. This I have to talk about. People are leery about using Roaring Moon EX in an Ancient Box deck, and rightfully so. But it's still an Ancient Pokemon. You just don't want to play it. Now, if you get it on the first turn and you have to play it, understandable. You can actually wall them for a little while. But I don't recommend running more than 2. Because this way, if they knock out both of them, they take 4 prize cards. If you have 3 of them and they knocked out all 3, they take all 6, and these guys wouldn't get a chance to shine. No, just 2. The way I have this deck set up, I can't see myself using both of them. I'll actually only end up using 1, and then rare instances will I bring out the other one. But this thing is mainly more of a giant killer. The thing about Roaring Moon is you want to focus as a 2-shot kill. 2-shot killer. With this deck, it's very easy to get it up to about 170 for Vengeance Fletching, up to 170, get 10 ancient cards in the discard pile. And if you're swinging for 170, that's a 2-shot to almost anything in the game. Unless it has Hero's Cape or some type of ridiculous boost, HP boost. But you won't see that too often. I can power this thing up with this deck I powered it up to about 300. Yeah, doing 300 damage with Vengeance Fletching. But this is more of a 2-shot killer. If you need anything to actually get knocked out now, this thing needs to get gone now. Roaring Moon EX is your guy. I've also had situations where I've lost all 4 Roaring Moon and I couldn't get them back with Super Rod. So I actually lost a game because I couldn't attack with anything else. I'm like, yeah, my Super Rods are gone, my Roaring Moons are gone. I can't, and I had 1 prize card left, and I actually had to fold. I had to give up the game because I told him, I can't attack with anything else. I think the Great Tusk I could have done, but he had too many cards in his deck for that. It was too late for that. So yeah, Roaring Moon EX, or Roaring Moon is your main attacker. Roaring Moon EX is a supplemental attacker, but you can actually pull back Roaring Moons with Super Rod and reuse them, which I do recommend you do for that. For the trainer cards, the items, we have Counter Catcher. We have 2 of these. One of the best cards for the deck, because there will be situations where you will have to come from behind. If they knock out one of your Pokemon, like your Scream Tail early on, or that Flutter Mane, you'll be down a prize card. You can get a Counter Catcher off easily. But this will give you time to power up Roaring Moon. Don't be afraid to get knocked out with this deck. This deck is made to get knocked around a little bit. In fact, I did kind of wrestle with the idea of putting Unfair Stamp in here because there will be so many more opportunities. But honestly, with this deck, you'll be drawing so many cards. Unfair Stamp might actually be unfair to you. Yeah, shuffling your hand into your deck and drawing 6 cards, you might actually have less cards in your hand after that. So Secret Box is the better aspect, in my opinion. If you don't have Secret Box, you can go Prime Catcher. But Prime Catcher is what works well with this deck. It's just with Counter Catcher, the two Counter Catchers in the boss order. I think that's enough for this. We have Dark Patch here. This is mainly for Roaring Moon EX to help power up fast. If you play Roaring Moon EX on your bench, you can actually power up fully in one turn with one Dark Patch, one Sada's Vitality, and then a Dark Energy in your hand. And then, yeah, that's 3 energy. Bring him out, start swinging. But again, the Dark Patch also can work well with when powering up the Roaring Moon, and you have to power that up fast. If you need energy, Earthen Vessel, we got 4 of those. It's an ancient card, so it works well on a lot of fronts. You can discard another card from your hand to get those 2, which is great, because you need to discard these Flutter Mane, Scream Tail, Great Tusk, get them into the discard pile. Nest Ball, 4 of these. Mainly going to use it to get Radiant Greninja out as soon as possible. If you can't get Greninja out, go for Roaring Moon, or really the Roaring Moon. After you get the Radiant Greninja out, go for the Roaring Moon. If you do lose, you want to keep the Roaring Moon on the bench. There have been times if Radiant Greninja gets into your prize cards, it's gonna suck. But honestly, it's not. It's one of the main draw powers of this deck, but it's not the only draw power. So it's okay. If I was gonna think about putting Hisui and Heavy Ball in to pull that out, but it's really not necessary. You can if you want. You can always. I just don't know where I'd put it. I'd probably lose a Super Rod, but I don't want to. We have Pal Pad, which is great to put supporters from your discard pile into your deck. Mainly because we got 1 Boss Order. We got 1 Penny, so those are the 2 I'd mainly use that on. We also... Explorer's Guidance, I can't see myself using more of those. And Sada's Vitality, maybe. Problem with pulling those 2 back is that you lose ancient cards in your discard pile. These are ancients, so you want to keep them in the discard pile to power up Roaring Moon. Let's see. So we talked about Pal Pad now. Pokégear 3.0. 2 of these. This is mainly to get out supporters. You can grab it with PokéStop, which is good. But mainly if you want to be playing a supporter every turn to really power up this deck. If you can't play a supporter card, if you don't have one, Pokégear is great at searching them out. I've had some people use 3, some people use 4. 2 works very well for me. That's just personal opinion. Did we talk about Secret Box? Yeah, we talked about that. Super Rod. Basically going to be using these to get the Roaring Moons back. If 3 of them get knocked... Mainly I'll be using them probably if 2 of them get knocked out. This way I can get them back in again. So this way your opponent has to go through essentially 6 Roaring Moon to take all their prize cards. Or 5 in the Radiant Greninja. Point is, it's a single prizer deck. It's a very tedious process for a lot of decks. They can't... Some of them that swing big, like Qian Pao and Raging Bolt, they can't really handle it. So yeah, this should work. This should work out pretty well. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there. Super Rod basically to get back those. Also, you can use it to get back energy, and then bring them back out with Earthen Vessel. Because we only have 8 energy, we're going to need to cycle them a little bit. A better way to get energy back if you absolutely need it: Superior Energy Retrieval. We only have 1, and we only need 1. You discard 2 other cards from your hand, and put up to 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So if we have 4 of those dark energy, we can trade a Flutter Mane or Scream Tail, 2 of those, 2 ancient cards, throw them into the discard pile, pull back energy, power up Roaring Moon, and then it gets more powerful. You really don't want to disregard the discard power, because your hand size will be pretty erratic. So you're going to want to be able to discard. Ultra Ball helps. Really, there's nothing in this deck we can't get with Nest Ball. And then some things we can get with Artazon. We'll get to Artazon in a sec. But Ultra Ball is really more or less to discard like any ancient cards you want to get rid of in your hand. We have Artazon. Once during your turn, each player can search their deck for a basic Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. Very crucial. Do not get Radiant Greninja with this. You can't. You want to get the Roaring Moon with it. And then, really Roaring Moon, that's it. Once you get all the Roaring Moons you need, I would switch over to PokéStop to help thin out the deck, get out your item cards. PokéStop, basically, once during your turn, that player may discard 3 cards from the top of their deck, and any item cards that you discard, by doing this, will go straight to your hand. This can be a very tricky card. You got to be careful with this. You want to grab the cards that you need with Nest Ball. You want to grab the cards grab the supporters that you need for the turn. You want to make sure you're not discarding too many energy. It actually helps if you discard some energy, but you want to be careful with this one. Basically, we have 22 items in this deck, so two-thirds of the deck is item cards, and that kind of translates to you'll probably grab about 1 or 2 item cards with this every time you use it. It's not so bad if you discard like Explorer's Guidance, or because it adds the ancient card count. Same with Booster Capsule. If you discard Dark Energy, it sometimes hurts, but you can get those back with Sada's Vitality and Super Rod. The supporters to this deck, we need 1 boss order. A lot of people like to do 2. I do one boss order. We can get it back with Pal Pad, but we basically switch in your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. One of them to the active spot. Great for getting a last turn knockout. Basically, we want to kind of rely on the counter catchers when we can. But if we can't, then boss order is here to help that. If we get in, we can always use Pal Pad to bring back in to the deck. Sorry, burp. We have Explorer's Guidance. This is situational supporter. 50% of the time I end up discarding these with Ultra Ball or Secret Box or even Earthen Vessel. But if you want to use it, you can look at the top 6 cards of your deck, put 2 of them into your hand, and discard the other 4. So you get 2, you lose 4. This can be beneficial if you're discarding ancient cards to power up Roaring Moon, or if you're discarding energy to eventually pull back with Sada's Vitality, but you will have to wait a turn because you can only use 1 supporter per turn. We have Penny. Penny is more of a emergency retreat button. I've used it with Roaring Moon EX after using Frenzied Gouging to to get the 200 damage off of him. Sometimes if one of your like Flutter Mane, Scream Tail, or Great Tusk is in the active spot and you can't quite pull it back and you need to, Penny is great at that, pulling that back. We only have 1. We only need 1. If you need to use it again, I recommend holding onto that Pal Pad and using it after you use it. Professor Sada's Vitality. This is probably one of the biggest draw powers for this deck. Choose 2 of your ancient Pokemon and attach a basic energy from your discard pile to each of them. And then if you attach any energy at all in this way, draw 3 cards. So you play this card, you get 2 energy back from the discard pile and onto your Pokemon, which is awesome. It's a shame that this thing is limited to only ancient Pokemon, but we got enough for them to make it do. And then you get to draw 3 cards. So concealed cards, you only get to draw 2, but this one you get to draw 3. This is great draw power for the deck, and because we have 4 of them, our hand size will be ridiculous. Yeah, you will have 7 card, 8 card, 10 card hands. Be careful with that, though. You will be a prime candidate for an Iono. So plan accordingly with that. Ancient Booster Energy Capsule gives you 60 HP, recovers all special conditions, can't be affected by a special condition, which is good because Poison is coming back in a grand way, so we're going to need these. And then having 60 HP too. 60 HP is the more lure here. Gives Roaring Moon EX more hep, more stamina. But it also puts Roaring Moon in the 200 HP range, which takes it out of getting one shot killed. Which is great because again, this is a two hit a Pokemon that usually has to swing twice to knock something big out. And then 8 Dark Energy. Some people go 7 Dark Energy. 8 is actually very comfortable for this deck. Gives you stuff to discard with Radiant Greninja. Gives you stuff to retreat the Flutter Mane, power up the Roaring Moon, and the Roaring Moon EX in a desperate situation. But yeah, I really do like the way this deck is balanced. I've got it pretty balanced right now. Still working out some kinks. But try it out for yourself. Let me know what you think. The description is... the whole deck list is in the description below. And let's give it a try, see how things work. Let's go. Alright, so we got what we wanted early on. Which is good. We got the Roaring Moon. I think they probably might have... did they get the basic they needed? You want to start with Roaring Moon. That's pretty critical for this deck. Okay, they did get a basic. Ew. Okay, that doesn't hurt us too much at all. It's gonna hurt when we try to get out the Radiant Greninja. This is actually a decent card to start with. I got Nest Ball out. This is definitely a future box deck. This is one of the decks that we really have a hard time with. But I'm pretty confident we got a Nest Ball. I'm gonna focus on getting another Roaring Moon out. See what I get with PokéStop. I might have to discard the Secret Box, which is unfortunate because I am... Oh, hold on. We're going second. I can discard... I can lose the Superior Energy Retrieval, the Super Rod, and maybe the Ultra Ball. I'm losing a lot of discard cards, but... Okay, he's pulling out Iron Hands, Electric Generator. He got one. Yep, one energy with the Electric Generator. Yeah, once these things get going... That's weird. He heavy batoned it. Okay. Okay, he's off to a slow start. That's good. It's good news for us. There's another Roaring Moon. Want to get out the Radiant Greninja. Yeah, let's pull that out. I can't use it just yet. Getting rid of a lot of cards with this, but will help. Okay, what supporter do I don't think I'll be able to use Sada's. Actually, I will. Earthen Vessel, Booster, Artazon. I'm gonna go with Sada's Vitality. Let's see what we get with the PokéStop. Oh, that could have been worse. That could not have been much worse. Alright, discard that. Trying to think of the prize trade-off here. Yeah, let's go with it. Not much I can do here. I'm gonna try to hopefully I can get an energy into the graveyard with Sada's Vitality. Okay, good news is I do have at least 3 ancient Pokemon. That's a very thin silver lining here. I'm not doing well. There's another Electric Energy. He's gonna PokéStop. And you got a switch. Good for you, buddy. You had to sacrifice a Professor's Research and an Iron Bundle, though. Iron Bundle can actually mess up this deck pretty well, so I'm pretty glad I got that into the discard pile. But I can't use concealed cards just yet. It might have been a mistake playing the Radiant Greninja, but I really need it for this deck for it to work. He's gonna play Iono. Actually, that did me a huge favor there. But he needs cards as badly as I do, so... Okay, Ultra Ball, probably gonna Ultra Ball the Flutter Mane, Great Tusk. Dang it. I'm gonna have to hope for an energy with this, get an energy discard with this PokéStop. Let's use the PokéStop first. Dang it. Wow, I am... making all the wrong moves tonight. Might have to play that. I've gone through half my deck now. Go. Okay, Earthen Vessel. And maybe Counter Catcher for later. Maybe Dark Patch. Yeah. He's gonna start swinging at me next turn with 140. I got 190 though. Yeah, I'm up to 190. Look at that. It's awesome power. There is a way you can get around Iron Thorns is, yeah, I mean, he's probably going to take 2 prize cards. I was thinking about keeping that counter catcher. Or he's that heavy baton. That's what I'm trying to think about getting around. You can get around it by using Roaring Moons. Oh, crap. Okay, so he's up to 160 now. He gets 2 more. He's going to have to... Wow, he sacrificed a Mew. That's balls. That's ballsy. He wants to get the knockout, though. Can't say I blame him. Yep. The good news is, if I can get a boss order, I can knock out these things easily, so that's an easy 2 prize cards right there. Problem is, I'm going to have to probably focus more on the Iron Thorns EX and the Iron Hands EX. He had Arven the whole time? Did he whiff that? No, okay. He got the energy generator. Screen's starting to glitch out. I might have to reset after this one. Got perfectly 200 there. Oh, perfect. Can I make this work though? Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get with the PokéStop. Nope. Nest Ball. That's good. It's at 230, thankfully, but. Yeah, I actually have to use Sada's Vitality now. So I'll be taking 2 prize cards with this. He'll be taking 2 more once he knocks this out because of the Iron Hands EX. I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's at the point now where I'm gonna start really wailing on his stuff here. Oh, perfect. Another Sada's Vitality. Now I gotta get... I'm gonna have to get that Roaring Moon back into the deck somehow. Oh, I gotta get both those back into the deck. Did I... Please tell me I didn't discard my Super Rod. I have 2. I have one of them. And the other one's probably somewhere in the prize cards. Yeah, I'm down to 11 cards here, so I'm not really in good shape. This thing's gonna knock out... Okay, he's getting something. I can knock out the Iron Hands EX, then I have a boss order ready. I'll pull my Rhydon out. Yeah. How many booster energy capsules do I have? I have 1, 2... 1 left in the deck somewhere. Boss orders, yeah. He's pulling out the He's gonna pull out the Radiant. Oh, he's pulling out that one. Weird that he would go after the weaker one. Yeah, he is gonna hate me for this. He is gonna hate me for what I'm about to do. There's a Flutter Mane. Not gonna need that. I don't think I can use it. Energy on him. succeeded. Okay. This wasn't going well for him. Yeah, I had to. Yeah, I could basically. My Roaring Moon was up to about 240 damage each, so I'm just gonna start sweeping on these things left and right. In the comments section, let me know if you want this face cam on the left or the right side of the screen. I'm having the worst time with this thing, trying to figure out where I want it exactly. I think it does better on the right side, though. Mulligan on that one. Okay, perfect. If you can't get Roaring Moon, Flutter Mane's probably your next best bet. Let's see if they have an ability. Nope. Ooh, look at Mewtwo. Attach up to 2 seconds your discard pile if your opponent has fewer prizes. This meaning its attack does 90. Wow, okay. It's been a while. Okay, so this is probably Gardevoir. If this is Gardevoir, holy crap! I did not get a good hand to start, though. I can probably Earthen Vessel, the Dark Energy. Problem is, this thing can wipe if it can get more energy on him. This could be a problem. We'll see what happens here. Oh, good. Okay, there's something. Okay, I got a lot of Sada's Vitality, so... Draw 3 cards. There's a Nest Ball. Ooh. Radiant Greninja, yeah. Sealed cards. I was about to pull out a Roaring Moon, but you know what? Let's hold off. Let him cook. I'm gonna pull out the Roaring Moon EX. This is probably a bad idea. But I can get easy knockouts if this is a Psychic deck. Yeah, you're gonna need some basic Pokemon now. Yeah, he's in desperation mode to get anything on this bench. Okay, yeah, he's got Buddy Poffin's End Evolution. He knows this Mewtwo is not doing well. Mewtwo's probably going to use its last breath here to evolve whatever he hits the field here. I'm thinking Ralts. Oh, no. Oh, it's a Dreepy and a Natu. Okay. This is an interesting twist on Dragapult. Luminous Energy. There you go. Okay, I ain't color me intrigued. There's the evolution. And with this, I could... No, I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna need to put full Sada's Vitality here. Unless I get a Dark Patch. Yeah, Great Tusk. Alright, it's concealed cards. Let's see what we get with the PokéStop. This is risky. Lost a Roaring Moon there. That's unfortunate. I can get it back with Super Rod. Okay, I got 2 Dark Energy. Get rid of this and the Explorer's Guidance. You and 1 for you. And 3 for me. Let's see, I'm looking at these Super Rods. I can't do it yet. God, I hope I don't lose any of these. Okay. It's too early to bring out the yeah. I don't mind losing a Roaring Moon EX. Just taking double looks here. Don't discard the stadium yet. Okay, so that's done. Here we go, Drac Cloak. So yeah, he shouldn't have... Yeah, this only works, by the way. You can only attach them to your bench Pokemon, so... Yeah, this doesn't work if I had not attacked that Mewtwo. If you can pull it back and put it on his bench, but with that, with Xatu, yeah, he can only use Recon Directive. He can use Xatu on anything on the bench, though. Okay, he got his card. Yeah, with the Recon Directive, you pull up, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, pick one you like, take it and put it in your hand, put the other one at the bottom of your deck. Jacques, okay, he's definitely getting the Dragapult EX. It looks like he's going to start powering up another one, too. Can't say I blame him. Good thing is this thing only does 200 damage. Problem is it does... yeah, it does 60 damage. It does 6 damage counters worth of damage to my bench. Phantom Dive. He'll probably divide it up evenly. Or maybe he won't. Hard to say. Yeah, 30 there. 50 there. Looks like he's going all in on Flutter Mane. Not a bad idea, actually. Alright. Yeah, that thing needs to die. Okay. Gotta be careful here. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, that was horrible. Okay, well, Super Rod. Goes back in there. Lose I'm gonna give up a counter catcher. I don't like doing that. And there goes my last 2 energy. This. I'll find some things here. There's that one. There we go. This actually works really well. Gonna use how many energy I have in my discard pile. 1. Yeah. I don't want to use concealed cards just yet. Knock this guy out. So yeah, they both take a hit. He gets 2. Yeah, they both get knocked out. He takes 2 prize cards. I take 2 prize cards. That is a ballsy move, ballsy play. But now, because of Flutter Mane being out in the active spot, he can't use Clairvoyant Sense. Yeah, I somehow masterminded a way to stop him from using Clairvoyant Sense in every sense of this game. Not so clairvoyant now, are you? He's gonna need some basic Pokemon. He's gonna have to. Yeah, ooh, he had to rely hard on PokéStop. He got the switch. He lost a Psychic Energy and an Artazon. He could have really used that Artazon. Come on, bro. You gotta... He has... Okay, Iono, wow. It's a Desperation Iono. This actually works pretty well for me. Hopefully I can get an energy... Okay, good. I got the Earthen Vessel. Earthen Vessel, discard Flutter Mane. Yeah. Okay, he got the basic Pokemon. He can last a little while longer. Wow. Okay, there's 3 there, 4 there. Crap, I only have 2? I don't know where they are. Screw it, let's look for him. Okay, there. Let's PokéStop. This might be bad. Nope. Worked out well. We lose an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, but that actually helped for Raging Bull, or for Roaring Moon. Let's play this down. Don't want to use concealed cards. There are too many. Let's get rid of this thing now. It's probably going to send out Manaphy next. I think I used my boss order already, did I? I think I might have discarded it. No, it's not in. It's not here yet. I haven't found my secret box either. Where's that thing been? Oh, Lance, here we go. This is kind of an underrated card, especially since dragons are making a comeback. But yeah, search your deck for 3 dragons, reveal them, put them in your hand. That's all. That's it. Shuffle your deck. So yeah, he just got a good field of dragons there. He's probably going to evolve Dracloak this turn. Yep. Well, he's going to evolve Dreepy into Dracloak. He's got the next Dreepy next. He's got another Dracloak. And then he's got a Dragapult EX. I got to knock out this thing. Oh, wait. This thing's... Oh, it's weak. This is Steel. Ooh. Okay. Did get an Earthen Vessel. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Vessel. Discard. Scream Tail. 2 energy. That's how I get energy. Concealed cards. Get rid of that energy. I'm a very energetic guy today. He can't win. Ooh, Pal Pad. No boss order. Did I lose the penny? I did lose the penny. Okay. Go for Vengeance Fletching if he has. I'm worried he's got another Iono or a Roxanne. I don't like being in the 1 prize card situation, but I did not find my boss order. It's okay. Next, yeah, he's got to do something with Dracloak. He needs a... if he has a rare candy and a legacy... No. He might have legacy energy. If he has legacy... It's a really good A-spec card. I could actually do wonder... He could actually get 2 knockouts if he gets it, but he... is not in good shape. There's the Iono. That was a... Oh, no, he discarded it with Earthen Vessel. Okay, there's no tomorrow, so you gotta get both of them on them now. There's the Dracloak. He's hoping for something good with this Recon Directive. Actually, he has another one in there, so... Yeah, he has the drag... He can't get the Dragapult out now. He's looking for a rare candy. Erica's Invitation. Okay. You can probably put down the Flutter Mane or a Roaring Moon. Flutter Mane's going to come out, but he knows everything in my hand now, which is... This is a deceitfully good card, Erica's Invitation. Looks at my hand, puts down a basic. He's probably going to go for the Flutter Mane. Let's be real here. Yep. And the Flutter Mane comes out. It's a good thing he used that Recon Directive already. Psychic Energy. But he knows it's game. Yeah. Pass. Sorry, buddy. It's a good thing I knocked this thing out before it became a Dragapult, because at 310 HP, it's going to be very problematic. Alright, that's a win for me. Good game, guy. And that is going to wrap things up for this video, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to TimPlaysAGame, and stay tuned for more Pokemon TCG live videos. We got Shrouded Fable coming out next month. I'm going to be doing some Try to build some decks from that mini set that's coming out. Till next time, this is Tim from TimPlaysAGame signing off. And have a good night, guys.